There was something that Steve Harvey said that I saw somewhere that like really resonated with me. He said something like, you can't cry about what's on your plate if the overall goal was to eat. That is the definition of blocking your blessings. So I just got done celebrating my birthday. It was the most incredible week ever. I got to celebrate it with all of my best friends, and I pretty much lost my voice in the process. So if my voice sounds a little bit different, that is essentially why. We were screaming our heads off at a concert, and yesterday was like 10 times worse than right now, and the day before that was non-existent. So this is my first day actually having a voice. It's just a little raspy, but I feel like it's kind of sexy or whatever. But today's video is super important to me. I have been really called to make a topic like this because not only have I been closer to God, probably the closest I've ever been to God in my entire life, but I also am the queen of walking in my purpose. You guys know I have manifested and prayed for the life that I live, and even though my life isn't even 50% done, it truly is the start to the beautiful life that I have to come. And a huge reason that I have the life I have is because I do not block my blessings. So I wanted to do an entire video dedicated to how to stop blocking your blessings and to walk in your purpose, to stop self-sabotaging, and to genuinely just love your life and love yourself in the process. It is so truly important that we kind of open ourselves up to new experiences and God giving us what we truly deserve. Because a lot of times God is handing you something and you're not taking it because you're blocking it in some way out of fear or hesitation or ignorance. So I want to get into that today and how to prevent that from happening. If you feel like you deserve a greater blessing than you've been getting and you don't know why it's not coming to you, we're going to get into that today. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you like these types of videos from me. I love doing any type of women empowerment, girl talk, and kind of faith related videos. I never was someone who really talked about faith before. Not only do I have, so many amazing friends who are deep in their faith as well, but I have been just kind of walking in my purpose in that journey. And it is a solo, independent, really happy journey for me. And I wanted to kind of share little bits and pieces of what I've learned in my journey with you guys to not only inspire you, but to help you gain some knowledge in that subject. So I hope this helps, and let's just get into today's video. A lot of you guys are really walking in a pessimistic, negative lifestyle, and I want to help you gain a little bit more happiness, positivity, and optimism in your life. Okay, so the first subject that I want to talk about when it pertains to how to stop blocking your blessings is to delete out of your mind any self-sabotaging tendencies. God does not give you anything that you cannot bear. I remember hearing this years ago, and I remember thinking like, are you sure? Like, what if something comes to me and I'm not ready for it? But I really just don't believe in that anymore. I believe that God just doesn't give you anything that you're not ready for. And that just goes without saying. You guys are in a self-sabotaging mindset. And what I mean by this is you have something good happen for you, and then you try to find a way to ruin it because you just cannot believe that it's happening for you. That is so stupid. Like, I'm going to go as far as to call it stupid. I think that a lot of the times, maybe because of childhood trauma or people telling us that we're not good enough, or honestly, just ourselves telling ourselves that we are not good enough, we tend to have a difficult time believing that good things can happen for us. You got to get rid of that mindset. Good things can happen for you. A lot of the times you could actually really have a better life, but you're not receiving it well. And the whole part of actually allowing your blessings to come to you is being in the art of receiving. If you are in a state where you feel like you don't deserve good things, you're in a self-sabotaging mindset, you feel like the world is against you, you're in a victim narrative, you're not going to be able to live the happy, purposeful life that you've always wanted. You gotta stop. Being a self-sabotager is truly just not conducive to your life. You have to start doing things that make you feel good and deserving of a better life. There's a reason why you're watching this video. There's a reason why you're curious about how to fix these things. It's because it's driving you nuts that you have these issues within yourself. Heal your heart, heal your mindset, heal your pessimism, if that's a word. Is it pessimism? Heal your pessimistic attitude and actually believe you deserve good things. period. The next thing that I want you to do is to speak highly of yourself and highly of the life that you want. There is nothing worse than a person who continuously talks about the things that have happened in their life, how they hate their life, how they're unhappy, how nothing good ever happens for them, how they're ugly, how they're broke. Like, all of these things end up becoming your reality. Yes, it already is your reality, but you're making it your future reality as well because you're not opening the door to any possibility of it improving. I used to be like that. Something that I used to struggle with significantly was not being able to get out of that negative headspace of giving myself the accolades and the promising future that I knew I deserved. Of course, I wanted nice things, but because I was constantly saying things like, I'm so broke, I hate my life, nothing's working out for me, it just kept being the life that I was leading and living, and I just couldn't understand why. If you start speaking highly of yourself, highly of your future life, highly of your present life, and being more grateful, practicing gratitude, things will just be able to blossom for you. You are going to see the world change around you when you start to change within yourself. I have never been more happier and content than when I started becoming happier and content within. My life, when I would be more money positive, when I would be more career positive, friendship positive, relationship positive, things just became a little bit easier around me and I saw a lot more beauty in my experiences. But when I was negative and harping on things and speaking not so highly of myself, it really didn't surprise me with anything good. I never like one day woke up and was like, oh my God, my life is just so great now. No, it doesn't work that way. You have to start speaking highly, doing those affirmations, speaking into existence what you deserve. It's a form of manifestation and prayer and confidence and self-esteem. You have to put all of those into one thing and say, okay, you know what? I want better for myself and I am no longer going to say things like, oh, my husband's probably going to leave me, or oh, my job's probably going to fire me, or oh, I'm probably going to get fat again, or things like that you're saying, and it's going to eventually come true. I believe that what you say is what happens. There's something very law of assumption about it, and you have to curb it. Check it at the door. Stop doing that to yourself because it really ends up becoming your reality. I talk about this in a lot of videos, and I'm reiterating it today. If you want to stop blocking your blessings, you have to start being more positive. Number 3 is to stay humble. There is nothing better than a humble person. There was something that Ariana Grande said in her Just Like Magic song, which I love that song. I feel like that song has like special powers. But that song, she said, I gotta keep a slim ego for a thick wallet. I freaking love that line. It is so freaking true. Anybody who is pretentious, nasty, mean-spirited, envious, angry, and just not self-aware, to me, is not able to truly be humble and receive. When you are humble and you believe that you are a good person and that you see the world for kind of truly how it is and you see the beauty in it, when you do receive blessings or when they're brought to you, you receive them well and you receive them with grace and with just a promising attitude that you are going to genuinely care about the blessing giving to you. I really do believe that the most humblest of people are the most successful people. I know that that could be a controversial statement because a lot of the times we think that people end up losing that humble attitude that they were once given before they received blessings. But I do believe that God and life humbles you when you become too in your head and when you start to use people or become pretentious or you just don't have a proper human reaction, life will just end up humbling you. So staying humble will allow you to receive your blessings with grace and with dignity. And I don't know, I just feel like that is something that I always say to myself. I always say, I'm grateful, I'm happy, I love my life. But that's not to say that it can't be all taken from me in an instant. I do live with a certain level of genuine happiness and appreciation. And because I'm so appreciative, I do believe that I just keep getting blessed more and more and more. Appreciation and gratitude turns into more blessings. It's when you start to lose sight of that you eventually get humbled by life, and life shows you, no, you can really have these things taken from you in an instant if you don't appreciate them and use them for good. Number 4 is to cure your relationship with money. A lot of you guys are blocking your blessings because you have a very odd and strange relationship with the almighty dollar. And I think it could come from generational issues with your family, and it could even just be because once you were poor and you were, sleeping in your car, and now you just don't believe that money is really something that could be influxing your life and giving you the life that you truly deserve and desire. But I do think that if you cure your relationship with money and you realize that it is a necessity and a need, but it can also be used for good and to increase your life and make your life greater than before, then you will realize that not all money is bad. It can be used for vices and for negative things, but it also can be used for good as well. You can be a philanthropic person. You can be a charity style of person. You can do things for the greater good. You can invest. You can turn it into something different. Like, there are so many ways that we can make money pretty much work for us and do for us what is needed outside of ourselves. I also want you to be careful what you say about money and those who receive it. There is nothing worse than being jealous of someone in your inner circle or around you getting blessings, winning in life, and receiving money. There was something that I heard recently that really resonated with me, and it was, when somebody receives money, wins, or a blessing, never be jealous. View that as God is literally in your neighborhood and you are going to be blessed next. And that really did it for me, because I thought to myself, yes, if I am starting to see greatness and wins and love and light and prosperity around me, that is a beautiful thing. That gives me hope. That gives me desire. That gives me want and needs. It doesn't make me feel envious or jealous or unhappy. It makes me realize, wow, I see what God can do for others. Me next. When you start viewing it from that perspective, you will actually start to be able to receive very easily. Number 5 is to surround yourself with better mindset people. A lot of the times we are blocking our blessings because we are always around people that make us feel small, make us feel ridiculous, make us feel stupid for wanting more for ourselves. When you start to surround yourself with like-minded individuals, with people who have ambitions, goals, dreams, and passions, and who are also walking in their purpose, you will see that being around those people eventually creates a magic-like effect that becomes kind of penetrating into you, that you now are going to be receiving blessings as well. I don't believe in keeping your circle negative, and I don't believe in an outlier in a circle that's just living so wonderfully. Like, you'll see it in movies where it's like a really affluent guy with all this money, status, and class, and then when he's around his friends, that's like the guy who's sitting on the couch drinking beer and he doesn't actually do anything. Like, they always show that in movies, but in reality, I believe that the most successful, purposeful people are also surrounded with like-minded individuals like themselves. It's just something that is important to have. You cannot be surrounded by bums if you want to be the CEO. I just don't believe in it. I think it's time to switch those gears in your head. Granted, I'm not saying to cut off your family, cut off your friends, be done with them. If those are people that you truly love and you do see potential in them and you want the best for them, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is to grow your circle in a way where you are around more people that are like you, that want like you, that dream like you, and that walk in their purpose like you want to as well. And I'm telling you, your life will change. Your blessings will come to you in a way that are so out of body, because you're going to say to yourself, holy crap, all it took was for me to surround myself with better influence of people that created a more receiving like manner in myself to have nice things. Sometimes we subconsciously don't want more for ourselves because we're afraid that it's going to upset our friends and family. We're afraid of upsetting. Like, we don't want to have a lot because we're afraid that it's going to hurt someone else. But it can't hurt someone else if they are the same as you, if they are like-minded like you. So start being like that as well. The next thing, which is so big, is to let go of people in situations that are no longer serving you. When you are going through a perpetual state of blocking your blessings, a lot of the times it has to do with relationships that are severed and unhappy and filled with hatred and resentment. And or it could be, you staying in a situation like a job or a position that is not giving you the genuine love that you want out of that life for yourself, and you feel stuck. You don't want to feel stuck with a person. You don't want to still feel stuck with a job. You want to expand. You want to pretty much, spread your wings and go. So a great way to do that is to let go. You need to let go to receive. There's a saying where it's like, let's just say somebody were to, bring a present to your house and you told them to leave it in the garage, but your garage is filled with things up to the brim. That person cannot actually bring that gift into your garage. They're going to eventually have to take it home, or, you're not going to get it, right? But let's just say you remove some of those things from your garage and you empty it more and more, and you open up that space and room for them to place it there. That gift will now be received by you. You cannot have good things happen for you sometimes when there's so many bad things in your life, so many things that are, keeping you from having the possible amazing future that you wanted. So you have to let go of some things to gain some other things that are better for you. You can't have it all. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You need to truly be able to let go, let God, and then let the blessings happen. And that is something that I had to do as well, because I thought that it was possible for me to put in the work for what I wanted and still kind of keep some of the things that were no longer serving me, but it didn't work that way. It's always going to feel like a restriction, and you got to get rid of the restrictions and the anchor. Like, there's nothing worse than feeling like somebody's anchored to your foot and you're trying to swim to the top of the water and you just can't get up there because you're literally stuck at the bottom with this person. The second you free that chain from that person, you're able to swim to the top and breathe again. You have to let go of the things that are no longer serving you so that you can open up more amazing opportunities for yourself. Okay, and the seventh thing that I think is really important, and I'm sure you guys have heard this before, but it is to trust your gut and intuition. It is crucial. Your gut and intuition is your inner voice. It's essentially God within you. You have to trust it. A lot of the times we allow ourselves to go through situations that we kind of knew were not for us, and we're not fully walking in our purpose, and we're feeling like maybe it's just a test, maybe I'm, overthinking it. No, you're not overthinking it. It was your gut telling you no. When you start trusting your gut and your intuition, you will be guided in directions that were actually for you. A lot of the times you have to really be able to differentiate the difference between your gut and your anxiety. You sometimes will confuse the two. Your anxiety will prevent you from doing good things for yourself that scare you, but your gut will prevent you from doing bad things that you tend to walk towards. You have to be able to differentiate the two, and when you do that, you're going to have a more wonderful, purposeful life. Your blessings will come to you more. You will be able to receive them. You will feel more excited and humbled to receive them. And it will just make you feel like you're actually making decisions that are best for you and most suitable for your life. And when I started trusting my gut and my intuition, my life became exactly what I felt like it was. And sometimes when you're young, your gut and intuition can feel silly because you're like, am I just like thinking this in my head because I'm scared of X, Y, and Z? No. That is your inner voice telling you, I know what I want. Let's just say you have a difficult time figuring out what you want out of life. You have to just sit with yourself and say, what do I want? What feels good to me? What am I gravitating towards? What is pulling me? And in which direction? And go towards that. Okay? And don't be pulled in directions based off of, someone convincing you, because that's not your gut. That's convincing and manipulation. You want to convince yourself that your gut is right and that your intuition is right. And when you start doing things solely for yourself, for what feels good to you, a lot of the times God will bless you, because we all should be doing what is right for us. I don't care what it is, but we all have a purpose. You just have to find it. I hope this video helped you guys. I was super passionate talking about this subject because as someone who really spent time working on myself all of these years, and when I finally actually said, you know what, I know what I want out of life, I know what I want to do, I have to truly receive the blessings given to me, I was able to really have the life of my dreams. Really, honestly, and truly, I was able to have the life of my dreams. And I want you guys to be able to have that too, but you have to be able to receive it and stop blocking your blessings. When you do that, your life will just go exactly how you want it to. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Sound off down below any other video topics you want me to touch on. I am going to be filming all week, like an insane amount. I'm going to be flooding you guys with videos, so be on the lookout. But I love you guys so much, and I hope that you guys enjoyed today's topic, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone. Mwah.